Script: Bright yellow Jeep Grand Cherokee 2025. What if I told you the boldest SUV Jeep has ever made doesn't just turn heads, it redefines them. And what's hidden beneath its blazing yellow skin might just rewrite the rulebook for American off-road luxury. Stick around, because what lies under the hood isn't what you're expecting. Welcome back to the channel where machines meet passion and engineering becomes emotion. If you're as obsessed with torque curves, trail-rated credentials, and the subtle art of overbuilt American design as we are, you're in the right place. Today, we're looking at something that's not just an SUV. It's a statement. The 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee, but not in any ordinary trim. This one is dressed in a factory-bright solar yellow, and trust me, it's not just a color. It's a declaration of purpose. At first glance, it almost doesn't feel real. This isn't the stealthy, urban camouflaged SUV you'd expect from the typical Grand Cherokee lineup. No, this is vivid, unapologetic, and gloriously loud, with bodywork that feels tighter, meaner, and more deliberate than ever. But here's the thing. Jeep didn't just slap a new coat of paint on last year's model. They've gone back into the bones, into the very DNA, and pulled out something fresh. Let's start with the platform. The 2025 Grand Cherokee continues riding on the Giorgio-derived architecture, but it's been retuned. Jeep engineers worked through over 60 individual revisions to the suspension and steering system, shaving milliseconds off steering response and giving this SUV a more communicative chassis feel. On pavement, it feels taut, not truckish. Off-road, it's sure-footed and authoritative, even without locking diffs. Now about that powertrain. The big twist? No more V8. The naturally aspirated 5.7 Hemi is gone. Replacing it is a new generation Hurricane 3.0L twin-turbo inline-six, delivering 420 horsepower and 468 lb-ft of torque on regular fuel. Yes, you heard that right. Jeep's pulled off the unthinkable. More power, less displacement, and everyday drivability. And in this configuration with a retuned ZF8 speed, it launches harder and smoother than the outgoing Trailhawk V8. But here's where it gets really interesting. This particular build, the solar yellow model, is an exclusive colorway available only through Jeep's Altitude Performance Series, a limited-run spec meant to blur the line between rugged durability and showroom appeal. Think of it as Jeep's answer to Land Rover's Autobiography trim or BMW's M Sport Individual Series, but with distinctly American flair. Inside, it's the most refined Grand Cherokee cabin ever offered. Real aluminum accents, not painted plastic. Quilted Napa leather with heat-mapped bolstering. And a 19-speaker McIntosh audio system so immersive, you'll forget you're in a family SUV and not an audiophile's private sound lab. Technology? All the screens are here. 12.3-inch digital cluster, a separate passenger screen. Over-the-air updates, Level 2 autonomous driving suite. But none of it feels forced or over-designed. It's integrated, clean, and intuitive. And yes, it can still ford 24 inches of water, climb rocky ledges, and eat up dirt trails without blinking. Jeep hasn't forgotten who it is. The DNA of the Rubicon lives on, even in something that looks this refined. So who is this for? It's for the family that doesn't just want an SUV, they want presence. For the weekend warrior who actually uses low-range gearing. For the commuter who wants to feel a little less beige. And honestly, for anyone who's ever looked at the road ahead and thought, why blend in when you can stand out? The 2025 Grand Cherokee in bright yellow isn't just a trim or a trend. It's a vision of where Jeep is headed, forward boldly and unapologetically. If this deep dive into one of the most striking SUVs of the year rev your engine, do us a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with someone who still thinks Jeep is just about Wranglers and mud. Got questions about the Hurricane engine? Want to compare this to the new Defender, or want to see how it performs in the snow? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. Until next time, keep your tires dirty and your paint clean.